welcome to another episode of XenoChat, an emergency episode because of the news we just heard. But first, I am Tyler, along with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And we got a few guests with us today. First up, we have Nick.
Legend of Zelda is really rad. Nintendo pricing is really bad.
And Marie.
Hello. I don't know what Nick ate today, but...
He's trying to do the old Zelda rap.
Yeah, it was except for I changed it to Nintendo pricing is really bad.
Okay, gotcha. And we have Anthony.
Hello, and it is good to be back.
And we also have Kat.
Hello, friends.
Anthony and Atimus.
Anyway, today, of this recording on June 9th, there was a Nintendo Direct. And overall, it was a pretty good Direct, but we're here to discuss something pertinent to this podcast, and that's a lot of Xenoblade news.
Too much.
Yeah, we got a lot of announcements. So we can run through them real quick before we get to the big one.
Mm-hmm.
So we are getting Switch 2 editions of the Xenoblade trilogy, the main one, so Xenoblade 1, 2, and 3. These have been rumored for quite some time. A lot of people were especially saying that Xenoblade 2 was going to get a Switch 2 edition. And these versions of the game promise to bring 4K, 60 FPS, among a whole bunch of other fun features. The Xenoblade 1 version of this is actually out right now. So you can play with that. And two of the big things in the Xenoblade 1 version that they added is... now we have voice part to hearts, which is kind of crazy. If y'all remember, it was unvoiced in Xenoblade 1.
That is crazy, and just out of nowhere.
Yeah, and it's dubbed in English too. Like they got the voice actors back to do it, so that's kind of nuts.
Mm-hmm.
There's also new vehicles right now. I think it's called like the Ether Jet or something like that.
Yeah.
And you can basically at any point in the map just hop on those and drive around.
If
and
only we had those previously, I would not have needed to like fill the sea map swimming.
Yeah, but it's funny because when they
be so good.
So it's funny you mentioned that because that's actually where they showed it in the trailer. They were showing you on it, and I was thinking to myself like, damn, they know.
Mm-hmm.
So
who had Xenoblade Kart on their 2026 bingo?
Yeah, unironically, because there's also a racing minigame as well. They actually didn't fully show that in the Nintendo Direct trailer. It was kind of like towards the end, like behind the information they're displaying on the screen. But I saw the HUD, and I'm like, wait a second, that looks like a racing game. So yeah, there's actually kind of like a weird like time attack minigame in there too.
Okay,
and there's a few tracks.
they showed the time attack one. That's what they showed.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, wasn't that the thing? Because I saw the different racing times on it. But yeah, I guess it was time attack.
Well, if you notice that, like, you can see people's positions update in real time. So, like, I think it is like a full-on racing minigame. And from what I heard, there's a few tracks. There is one in Alchemoth, apparently, which, thank goodness.
Right, perfect.
Good.
Yeah, they also have one for Bionis Leg, I believe. And there's a few others you can do. But yeah, you could just straight up go on to Ether Jets throughout the adventure. People on Twitter were posting clips of that. And that's kind of wild because, like, that now kind of rewrites the whole book on speedrunning Xenoblade 1 now, because now people could use that and probably discover all sorts of crazy skips.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. I hope that there's like a prison island like speeder bike map, and you can play as Dixon. That'd be great.
Sorry.
Nope,
the only thing with the Switch 2 edition, though, from the video Cosmos posted earlier, it does seem like it's been unfortunately AI scaled again. But it's not nearly as bad as Xenoblade X.
Yes. So I'll get into that.
It's still fairly okay, but you know.
So I'll get into that. GVG actually had a video on this where they were taking a look at that, and they found that they kind of did something similar to what they did in Xenoblade 2, where it had like that weird kind of like blur filter over it, and they found that Xenoblade Definitive Edition, the first game, kind of doesn't really have great resolution.
Yeah.
It manages the 60 FPS, but the game still doesn't look quite as nice as it could look. And they noted that the character, like the faces, look really distorted and sometimes just disappear when you zoom out.
Yeah.
So it's kind of unfortunate.
Xenoblade X Switch 2 edition was doing a bit of that too.
Yeah. So it's like they suspect that these versions were kind of all made at the same time or around the same time.
Yeah.
So they're not optimistic on Xenoblade 2 or Xenoblade 3's Switch 2 versions.
Yeah, me neither. But like the extra things that they added are interesting, but at the same time the whole high scaling part of it makes me a bit like meh.
It's also worth noting that Xenoblade 1's update is like almost 20 gigs.
There's that
just
too.
Just kind of crazy.
Whatever happened to their black box of compression?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, if they're upscaling everything 4K, of course it's gonna be a lot more heavy, and yeah. To my opinion, like, I feel like it'd be nice if you had the option to, like, download something, like, 1080p or 4K, and, like, save some space by going the 1080p version. Because I'm like, I don't care about 4K. I don't care about it at all.
Yeah, like, I am at the point in my life where I'm a burned out autistic, and high HD stuff is not on my very short list of autism obsessions, so I'm just asleep.
Yeah, and also, like, personally, like, 4K stuff, things in 4K often makes me more dizzy. It's kind of weird. Like, I'm not used to like,
wait, don't you have a 4K TV?
No, I have a 1080p.
Oh, I thought you did have one.
Nope.
I gotcha. I thought I was the only one.
Guys, 8K is right around the corner.
Don't care.
And you could get a job and keep a job at Best Buy.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, I still have an old 1080p to play both modern and older stuff, so yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that aside, there's also going to be new equipment added to the game as well.
So we're gonna go. We're gonna also talk about some other things. So there's a new armor set that is tied to the racing mode.
Mm-hmm.
They did showcase that, and I'm sure some of you who are listening to this right now probably already unlocked it since it is available right now.
Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. So that's Xenoblade 1. Xenoblade 2 Switch Edition also has some new features. One is something that I know a lot of people wanted for a long time, and that is the ability to control blades. Ooh. But it's not quite throughout the whole game. It seems like it's only in certain specific missions.
Specific modes,
yeah.
It's a mode, yeah. It's not, you can just do it anytime. It's a very specific battle mode from the way they said it, at least.
As long as I can control Cosmos, I'm fine.
Yeah, so we might be able to actually control Cosmos.
I want to swing the giant axe as Zenobia.
Nah, I want to swim around as Shiba. The giant,
in the bathtub.
The bathtub, that'd be great. There's also new rare blades, which is really cool. Yeah, we got new rare blades apparently coming, which is lovely because that means new quests and potentially new voice acting too. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And there's new equipment for Pyra and Mithra. And that upgrade is going to be like 30 gigs. I think it says 30.7 according to Nintendo's website. Let me check that real quick. Fact check myself.
Yeah.
30.7 gigs.
It's a lot.
So that's a chunky update. And that is coming out on July 30th digitally, and then a physical one will come out a little bit later in October.
Which I don't think we've mentioned, but each of these physicals are $69.99 USD, which, like, I mean, if these were brand new games, but they're not, so
They're not new games. They have a little bit added on, and they were AIs upscaled. So I'm also a bit salty about that.
Yeah.
I would like it more if they would let you turn it off. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too.
I think that'd be great.
Like I would rather take the original resolution with just more stability than whatever they did to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I remember when Xenoblade X's Switch 2 version got announced, people were saying just buy the Switch 1 version and play it on the Switch 2. And it was funny because they had announced that, right? And then I think Xenoblade X Definitive Edition had actually gone on sale. So, like, you were able to just get the Switch 1 version cheaper and play it on your Switch 2. So it's like, I feel like that's probably the play if you don't want the weird graphical things they're doing to it.
But then you don't get the extra things. That's
well, you would have to get the digital upgrade. Yeah. You get the upgrade. That's what you do, basically.
Yeah, but if you if you get a digital upgrade, though, won't it just download the Switch 2 edition? Because it feels like these extra...
Oh, right. That's actually
these
a good
extra
point.
tidbits are, part of just the Switch 2. You don't have them for the Switch 1 version. So, you're stuck... It's like, you can get the nice things, but you're stuck with the less nice thing.
That's a good point. I actually didn't realize that. Oh boy. So yeah. Oh damn.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why they need the option to just turn that stuff off if you want. So that way you can have the new things in.
I wish we could, because I really don't care about the upscale. It was fine before.
Either it looks good enough. I mean, like I understand, especially for like Xenoblade 2, it did have a really rough looking
Xenoblade 2 can be more rough looking, but at the same time,
I was going to say
of what the AI upscale will do to it. Like
I am too. I was hoping they would at least take in some more time and use something different than what they used last time, because for just upscaling purposes, that's been a tech that's been around for a long time. There are ways that it's not as bad. I still hate it, but it's
Yeah, but I will say though, from when I saw the footage of the Xenoblade 1 version, Switch 2 version, it does seem better than Xenoblade X thing, but they didn't seem to have tweaked it a bit better, but for example, there was a frame I saw where the characters were close to the water, and it was doing, the blur filter over the whole thing. It was kind of showing through the reflection of the water around the character, it was kind of confused. And you could see the blur right away, so it was that's kind of bad. But yeah.
Can't wait till we're out of this whole tech phase.
Yep.
You and me both. But yeah. I was going to just say, we'll just go through the Xenoblade 3 Switch 2 edition. I tell you, these names are going to be long, right? Xenoblade 2 Definitive Edition, Switch 2 edition. Jeez. Xenoblade 3 Switch 2 edition. So that's got new defensive battles against waves of enemies. So it's kind of I guess, a survival mode. We also get new heroes, and which means new hero quests. That also means, I guess, new classes, too. And some newly voiced event scenes. And that's coming on December 3rd. And that update is similar to Xenoblade 2's. That's going to be at 29.8 gigs. A little less than Xenoblade 2. But it's around that 30 gig mark.
I don't know if you guys check with people who have checked the upgrade of Xenoblade 1 so far. But is the save transferable? Because that is a big thing. Can you transfer the save?
I think it's the same save.
I think you can. I can't confirm it, but
I just went to the page a second ago, and it's the same page for the. It's just it's got that. Oh, if you own the game,
but it's still two different versions. So I'm just I hope it can transfer, because that way you could at least do a new game plus if you did get these versions. Instead of just starting from scratch.
I'm guessing it acts like DLC.
So the reason why I'm saying I think you can is because I've been seeing clips of this from people that are pretty far in the game. So either people were just speed running this crazy, or they are using their new game plus.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because it felt like a lot of people were showing clips from existing games. They would not have gotten this far that fast. So yeah,
I just posted a clip of racing in Alchemoth if anyone wanted to see that. It's in our little
Something to
prep channel.
do in Alchemoth? Holy shit. Stop.
Right.
Impressive.
Right.
Damn.
I might have to. Oh, it's gonna take too long to download. I was gonna say I might test this
Don't do
Xenoblade
it.
Chronicles thing live.
You're gonna kill your connection,
It's already going.
and then we won't hear you.
No, my connection has improved since last time I installed a new. I installed a new, actually up to date router and modem.
Oh, cool. Well, I mean, if it gets done before we're done talking,
Then-
you could try it out. But if not, don't worries.
All right, so that's enough. Like the small stuff with Xenoblade. So yes, we're getting new ports, new versions of the main trilogy.
And also, the
And now-
upgrade paths are about $10 from what.
Yeah,
we've seen.
about $10 if you want to get the upgrade path, which is
USD.
probably what I might end
That's
up doing.
what I just did that just like a
Okay.
moment ago. Yeah, it is that.
So now we've got a new Xenoblade game called Xenoblade Genesis that's slated to come out next year in 2027. So yeah, there's quite a bit to say about that. We have about like a 2.5 minute trailer to watch for that.
First thing I gotta say
Um,
about this game is Nintendo is gonna be so mad that their game is coming out on Sega Genesis instead of their own console. That's like crazy.
Somebody was
Wow.
memeing on that. There was somebody on Twitter that was just like, "Here's Xenoblade in Europe," and it said like Xenoblade Mega Drive.
Nintendo's gonna be so pissed about this. Oh wait.
I get the joke now.
No.
Oh, yeah, it kind of took me a second there. But yeah, it's not Xenoblade 4, but is it?
No.
Yeah, is it a new beginning? Or
I feel like it's a sort of spin-off, but at the same time, I don't know, because the thing is, like, the first impression a few of us got, like, from what we discussed earlier, is that, you know, at first glance, it did not feel like Xeno. It felt more like some kind of other fantasy game.
I saw it.
It looked like
and
Fire Emblem.
My
It
brain
looked
was like,
Fire Emblem really hardcore.
and my brain was like, that's either Fire Emblem or Tales of.
I wouldn't put it Tales of, because Tales of has
It was in
a
the-
slightly different vibe. But
You remind
I
me
had
of
a
Rise,
weird.
though.
I had a weird reaction where I like, as much as I love Fire Emblem, I didn't see Fire Emblem right away. I mean, obviously, yes, I made the Xenoblade 3 houses joke, but the only reason I made that joke is because like there's like this like school monastery looking thing that's reminiscent of 3
Yeah.
houses, but I didn't think it looked very Fire Emblem. I had a very strange thought where, and this is kind of a throwback for some of the older folks here, but I thought of Phantasy Star Online
yeah,
when I
Fantasy
saw it.
Star Online is also close to the.
I thought
To what they
Fantasy
were
Star
doing.
Online was
Especially
pretty
that-
much-
like, a lot
did
of them have
anyone
pointy
notice? Anyone
I was
notice?
thinking about Dominia from Xenogears.
oh, I see.
Oh, the
Yeah.
ears, yeah.
What were you saying, Ant?
Did anyone notice? All through it's not just at the end, it's all throughout the trailer.
Mhm.
This is a hollow world. This is like it is trippy. It is trippy to watch this and like look into the sky and look at the horizon and see the horizon curving and bending upwards where you're seeing islands and other land masses.
Yeah, it
just
felt a
kind
bit
of
Right.
creepy for sure.
like-
I've noticed it mostly like near the end whenever they're on their mounts and like going kind of downward, and you can see like the other piece of land like completely like in the other angle. Like I was just like, what?
Yeah, so it's kind of like it's almost spherical. Like I know some people were thinking it was like a Dyson sphere, it's kind of deal, but like I was thinking it was kind of like it was almost like the colonies that we used to see in Gundam. I was kind of getting that vibe from
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I
like
was getting
the-
that vibe a lot. The way it was spread out, it
Mhm.
felt more like the colonies in Gundam. Yes.
Gundam
Good
or
for
that
you.
movie Elysium or the place from Vanquish or like there's like the tube, the cylinder.
Wow.
Good for you, Tetsuya Takahashi. You have made Gundam again.
It's
Except
Well,
no,
where's
where
our
are the
giant
mechs?
robots? Where yes,
Yeah,
you and I are the
Where's
same
the
wavelength.
There's no mech yet, and I'm really curious because it very much feels like it's tonally shifted to high fantasy
please
and,
don't
and
replace
stepped
Mechs with
away
dragons.
from sci-fi fantasy, and that both excites me and also like intrigues me at the same time.
I feel like the
Because-
sci-fi will definitely come back. It's just
Gotta,
they're
like-
starting a lot more fantasy first, and then like some shit will happen, and oh, boom, you know. But right away, like you know, like the like it's a bit more like magical, but at the same time, the way that the stone that they mentioned that the stone that they put in the swords or in the weapons, like, will watch them forever or whatever, and see their thoughts and everything, and I'm like, that feels very much like the higher domain is watching over you kind of thing, or a sort of computer is watching over you kind of thing, and it's like, yeah, that was one of my thought that crossed my head whenever I saw that. I was like, huh, interesting. And also they mentioned, talking about the stones, like they mentioned the whole thing around the world being like anima energy or something, and I was like, oh, vessels of anima.
Yeah, with
yes?
the warriors called, is it, how do you pronounce that in English?
I have
Veseli?
no idea. Veseli.
Yeah, which is
Veseli.
basically
Veseli,
vessels
probably.
of anima. So it's like, yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Let me pronounce it the correct way in Anthony's native tongue. Vermicelli.
Now,
I laughed, but I was muted.
I'm sorry. I'm
so
glad.
a question that I kind of have, funny enough, with this is, I wonder, because this was not dubbed, I wonder if any of these names are going to get changed in the English version.
Oh, that's always
Speaking
a
of, this
possibility.
was not dubbed. That voice, the voice actor that did that reading, I'm going to have to look this up later. That sounds almost exact. Maybe it's the filtering. Sounds almost exactly like the dude that does Biken's intro in Guilty Gear Strive. I gotta look that up later. Anyway, sorry, go on.
Yeah, I'm very curious to know how many of these terms are going to stay intact by the time we get the full English localization. Like, yes, I know there's English subtitles, but at the same time, those are corresponding to the Japanese audio, so I don't know if that's gonna be changed by the time that actually happens.
But I do hope that the terms, at the very least, stay more or less the same, because like otherwise it'd be a bit confusing. But like we've seen, like, for example, with Xenoblade 3, like some things changed, but it was like almost the same. It was just like a little tweak to make it sound better while you were trying to pronounce it in English, but it was more or less the same.
Right. I mean, it's not gonna bother me that much. It's more just like, this series does kind of have a history of that. Like Xenoblade 2, a lot got changed, and I know in Xenoblade X
But Xenoblade
had a few
2,
things
I think
changed
it was
too.
also because they were trying to, you know,
kind of
hide the religious things.
Oh,
like
okay.
they were changing a lot of the religious terms for something else that meant kind of similar but not quite. Or like they would change some Japanese names to be something that meant kind of similar but something else.
A more acceptable mythology to blaspheme, yes.
Well, anyway, so other information about the game. So character designs are by actually 2 guest designers from Xenoblade 3. Paolo, the designer of Ino, and Mai Yoneyama, the designer of Masha. From the DLC. So that's
wow, you can see it, yeah.
Interesting
I think
choice.
the characters look very, very pretty.
I'm surprised
give them that.
they didn't bring back Xenoblade 2 and 3 character designer, but unless they're
Saito?
Yeah, Saito.
I mean, two had a lot of designers. You'd have to be a bit more specific.
I mean, Saito was the main designer, but
the main designer though.
Yeah, but there was a lot though. But I get what you mean.
But
but maybe they wanted.
Yeah.
Maybe they wanted to. They liked the style of this artist and wanted to have something a bit different for their newer like spin-off.
Yeah, that being a new beginning, they wanted to do something new with the art style. Yeah, that makes sense.
The way they did the lighting on these character models was like definitely felt a little different to me too. Like it kind of reminded me of some of the newer Falcom games.
Yeah, well, these character models are a lot like they're using techniques that are very similar to what we can see in the newer Falcom, at least like in the Sky remake Falcom games. Like those are very like what you call it? Oh my god, my brain's farting.
I have like this gelatinous looking cell shading on them.
Yeah, cell shading. That's what I was looking for. Like it's very like high cell shading where like it almost feel like an actual anime in front of you and not like a 3D model. It feels like almost 2D, but it's 3D. So like, but I am a sucker for that kind of style. Like I love that. So
yeah, it gave me some Monster Hunter Stories 3 vibes too, a little.
Yeah, but it gives them so much more freedom to make the characters more expressive too, instead of having like models that are very stiff. Like they can do a lot of things with that style. So that's something I really like.
Oh yeah, it definitely looks good.
So next, I guess
it's also worth noting that the soundtrack is going to be composed by Mitsuda. He is coming back,
of course,
and of course, there's a few other folks like Manami Kiyota and Anuna. I hope I'm saying that right.
Hell yeah!
And of course, Mariam Abounnasr.
Yeah, exactly. And we're also potentially getting a female protag again, and her name seems to be Eleanor. Yeah, if I'm getting things right.
I think that's what I heard, but
I think it's a laner.
Yeah.
Eleanor.
So I'm not going to put much stock. I'm not going to put much stock into this because I think the trailer. I don't know if the trailer proved this, but like a little while back, there was actually some leaks for Xenoblade Genesis, or at least what we are now calling Xenoblade Genesis. And I know one of the things the leaks had apparently said was that she was blind. But I don't think that's the case.
I don't think she is here at all.
I don't see it.
That could be
no pun intended.
Spoiler, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, pun intended, actually. I don't see it.
Da 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 da.
Thank you.
The main character is John C. Anyway.
You can't see.
Yeah, I wonder who wrote this note. The silver-haired character with god vibes on accessories for some reason gives me Krellian vibes, LMAO.
That was me. It's just like I was looking at the trailer and then I saw this character again and I was like, I don't know what you are, but you're giving me Krellian vibes.
Like three times in the last several days. Oh, it's Alucard. Oh, it's Alucard. Oh, it's Alucard.
But it was just like the expression and the general look like was really giving me like Krellian vibes.
Which it does.
That dude in Fire
Fortune's Weave, right?
In Fortune's Weave.
Yeah,
totally looks like Alucard. Anyway, go on. Sorry, I don't want to derail too much.
No, you're okay. So it does seem like there's at least a few of the party members might be a little bit older than at least Xenoblade 3's party members.
Yes, please. More old people. More gorgeous old people. More not gorgeous old people. I'm very... Okay, kids.
Have you heard of the High Elves?
Your new Ramses?
Yes.
Pop off, cat. Pop off.
Yeah. I am an adult. I want to play games with adults, and I'm very hype about this. Like, I wasn't even really... Or rather, no, that's a lie. At first, when the Switch 2 dropped, I was like, this is too expensive. I'm not getting a Switch 2 unless... something happens, and something happened.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I had a good taunt with some of my friends earlier where they were like, "Oh my god, there's going to be an Ocarina of Time remake," and then these are friends who have pledged to never get a Switch 2 under any circumstances because reasons. Whatever their high horse, holier than thou reasons are. And I said, yes, but it'll be Switch 2 only. And then I posted me frolicking, like gifs of frolicking, and they are very, very angry at me.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's true that the Switch 2 is really expensive for a lot of people. So, like, I get it. Like, I don't even know when I'll be able to afford one. Like, I will get one eventually, I just don't know when.
Yeah,
we have an expensive hobby, and the economy ain't making things any easier.
We'll get to the speculation segment more later, but all the pointy-eared people had me thinking, oh my gosh, people are going to be like, are they like the ancestors of Ilma or Krellian or some shit like that?
Speaking of Krellian and that stuff, like I just I was poking around in Twitter, and I just found this, and I'm like, huh, maybe look in second milkshake Gazette.
Oh.
I'm like, okay. So basically, for the chat that cannot see what I'm
Oh, I
there
see.
is a structure that looks very similar to Solaris in Xenogears.
Oh, cool.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm in
Oh, shit.
danger.
Oh, that's the snowflake like from the Grinch. Yeah.
But anyways, it looks similar and looks pretty high too. So I'm like, okay.
Cool.
I love this note here because it's clearly a typo, but so as we saw in the trailer, you could put anime cry stones into weapons.
Okay, I see it.
Anime.
I did not even realize. Oh no!
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You were excited.
Yes, the anima cry stones can be put into weapons. The one job the main character takes on a similar shape to the one we know, which is the Manuma sword. Now, to kind of piggyback off of that, I saw a couple people post this. In fact, a friend of mine who's not in XenoChat had actually messaged me about this. So the one that they put in the main character's weapon has kind of like the same like glow as Malos's core crystal.
Oh, true. But at the same time, I feel like everyone that has the anima energy thingamajig going on, they kind of have an energy aura that looks a bit more like Malos. So I don't know if that's why the glow is that color. Because it feels
Also,
like
I
everyone that used the anima kind of magic thingamajig like have like this color of aura that is very close to what Malos was having.
Also, I do feel like that sword shape that appeared in the sword in the sword. Like I feel like that was like enough that it was like, oh, it's people. I saw people like, oh, it's definitely Malos' sword. I guess mostly because of the color and stuff. But I was like, that looks like several of the swords, to be honest. So
yeah, but it can be very close to
ambiguous enough shape.
Sword.
Yeah.
Except for the top. Like the top is a bit different, but like the way the spikes are, it's very close to Pneuma swords.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's like a couple things. Like there's also that one shot where you're on that flying thing, and then some people were predicting that like that big structure you see in the back is actually the Eldridge, but like that somehow like pierced the planet or something like that.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of like weird theories people are spitting out right now.
Oh, like the crater with the big mound in it?
Yeah, I posted a picture of that in the theory channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which, if it's...
Gosh, Justin, it's theory posting.
It's just a theory. There's all sorts of crazy theories that people are coming up with right now. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, people are hyped. They gotta go wild.
They can have their fun.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a bit like one of the things that we... I don't know who wrote this one, actually. Does Genesis refer to it being a prequel to Xenoblade 3? Or maybe the new world at the end of Future Redeemed? Or maybe it's the planet at the end of Xenoblade X? Like, that's an interesting theory, in a sense.
Maybe it's both the latter, too.
All of the above?
Yes, I had that thought,
maybe.
too, that it's the planet at the end of the Xenoblade Cross.
But at some point,
and then he's going to tease another planet at the end of it.
Yeah, but like the planet at the end of Xenoblade Cross kind of gave me some hope for other things too. So I'm just like, I'll wait and see. I won't go too far in that rabbit hole. I'll wait
what
and
if
see.
there's a pocket universe planet in this planet?
Oh my god.
Planetception.
And as we mentioned earlier, anima seems to be the source of all thing, the way the trailer was mentioning it, and it feels like it's a bit like what feeds the elements of the magic in the world and stuff like that. Like, it feels like there's a bit of an energy around each element too, and it's...
So kind of like ether? Kind of?
Yeah, it feels like their
That's
anima
what I was
energy is
thinking.
like ether.
Anima is
kind
this
of.
world's word for ether.
Mm-hmm.
But like the people who are vessels like have this distinct like purple glow around them. So which is why I was like, yeah, animal vessels. My brain is going places.
Yeah. Forgive me if I'm moving too fast. Sorry. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
It is 1998. I feel personally attacked by things named anima. Playing. It is 2002 or 3, and I'm playing Final Fantasy X. I'm being attacked by something called anima. It is 2021. I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. I'm being attacked by something called anima. It is 2027. You get me.
You get anima vessels.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Again, where are the mechs?
I was going to say, speaking of things you can ride.
Yeah,
Mounts.
You don't have mechs.
How are we feeling about the bird wolf horses?
They're cute.
They look like deer. I want one.
Yeah,
that reminds me. There's there were no Nopon anywhere. In the
but there
trailer.
was a fluffy creature.
Nopon.
There was a fluffy little something.
Thing, whatever. I'm not sure what it was, but it was a fluffy thing.
The new
It reminded me of that bat dude or whatever from Metaphor.
But I'm also sad about not seeing any new ones. But maybe we will see them later.
I haven't played Metaphor yet. Sorry,
he's a great character, by the way.
Yeah, it's on my to-do list.
But yeah, to come back on the mounts, they're very cute, and I'm happy that we have mounts to walk faster or run faster on the maps, because the maps are gigantic and mounts are amazing.
Yeah, some of those mountains and the mount scenes and stuff looked really pretty. I like the alpine-looking area. Looks really cool.
Though with that spherical map, I'm hoping that we can like utilize that and like be able to explore freely and just kind of like I don't know. That's just a wish, because I mean,
that makes me wonder if it's going to be more open.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll be able to explore to a certain level, probably a bit more freely, especially like, this is going to be on the Switch too. It's going to have a little bit more horsepower to run the world in general. So
it just
we'll
would
see.
would be really cool to like just shoot straight up and then just go on like on the other side of the map.
One thing I do hope is that they get their map UI, their map stuff a bit better, because the maps even in Xenoblade 3 were like pretty rough.
I also hope that we do get to actually use that flying map. No,
the flying map.
the flying mount, which okay, let's not call it that. I'm kidding. No, I'm just kidding. The dragon. So
if we can ride the dragon, I'm gonna be fucking happy.
I hope so, but also I'm looking at it in the face again. I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks kind of like a Zerta in the face.
Oh.
Looking at the shot, and I'm like, oh yeah, that reminds me of a Zerta, actually.
Speaking of the dragon, I have put something, because I thought like what the boy on the dragon was saying to be a bit interesting. It said that he said that basically only a dragon purifying flame can redeem a soul that has forsaken its fate, and I was like, what do they mean by that? Do they mean like someone who's been rejected by anima, or someone who rejected something else? Like, I was like, interesting, possibly.
I suspect highly that a lot of this world is going to be like contextualizing in more primitive terms.
Not. Yeah, maybe.
What kind of stuff is going on? Yeah.
And there's also 6 suns that were present, and that is a choice. I was like, 6 suns?
Sounds a little excessive.
I think they read 3-body problem. We're like, I can double that.
It's a
I can outdo that
problem.
6-body problem.
I feel like this is gonna create a lot of like
and now 5 times a year it gets way too hot.
Problems and forest fires. Like that seems like a bad idea.
That depends on how they orbit. But I'm not going to get into that right now, because I'd go on a tangent. But that is one of the parts that really, like, when I saw that part, I was like, oh, that's very interesting. Also, if this is like completely a hollow world, what does that mean those are? Unless it's some firmament shit going on, which is also weird. Look it up, I guess.
Unless they're just an illusion.
Yeah, it could be that, or it could be some kind of fairy shit, or it could be like some stuff like showing through the outside. I don't know, but it is weird. And it's funny how there are 6 when there were 6 protagonists in the last game. I'm just kidding. I'm not getting into that.
I mean,
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
You know, they might go there. You never know.
They might. I kind of hope they don't. That'd be a
Takahashi
little
would.
silly, but I don't know. I'm here for it either way.
Question.
Yes.
How many vessels of anima are there? Like 12, right? 13?
I think it was 13, right?
It sounds right. Is it like based off like the apostles of Jesus or something? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I just pulled that out of my ass. I don't know.
But divide that in half, and that's 6, right?
Yeah. And also, like, I wouldn't look too far into either of those things because there are so many repeated sacred numbers and so many texts. I mean, like, you know, like they could go so many directions with that.
Right.
Yeah, they could go many directions for sure. But it's fun to speculate for now because we do have like a trailer that's mostly like scratching the surface and like giving us crumbs.
There better be 108 suns in the next game.
Jesus.
That sounds way too excessive, but okay.
Sounds too hot.
It's another sacred number.
Alright. Yeah, that was another thing I mentioned here. I saw someone go on that line. You know, like the scene where the girl is like dancing and there's like lights thingamajig going around her. It reminded me a bit of Xenoblade 3 whenever they do the thing when someone dies with the flute. And
the
lights all around. Yeah, like it seemed
sending
like,
off.
It seemed like similar in terms of visual effect, but it seemed to have. I feel like she was maybe. It felt almost as if she was doing a sort of summon right around the protagonist, and then the lights went toward the suns, and I was like, okay. Like, is this where like the characters kind of awaken further, kind of thing? But yeah, I guess we shall find out later. But it did seem like a sort of important setup moment.
Yeah.
And then that last quote that it ends on: "The vengeance of a fallen god has yet to be fulfilled." That was
I was like
cryptic.
I was like, what are you cooking? Which god do you mean?
Yes. When do we...
But I mean, it is a Xeno game. We know we're gonna kill God at the end or something like that. So, you know, it's just, the God will probably come back and be like, I want to get my revenge or whatever, and we're gonna stop him or try or whatever kind of thing, majig, and yay. But it is pretty interesting how the overall style of this particular game has shifted. Like, you can tell there's still a bit of sci-fi element, but it's more like, it's much more fantasy, but like, there's like little flair of sci-fi here and there, but it's more like magic sci-fi than like actual sci-fi that we're used to in Xeno games, so it's interesting. But then again,
every time I see sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, every time I see the front of this main character just facing forward, where you can't see like her ponytail in the back or whatever and everything like that, I'm just like, it's Wilhelm.
It's Wilhelm.
The hair looks so
I need
Wilhelm.
To look at her face again.
I think she
hair looks so Wilhelm looking to me from the front.
She also has strong Utena vibes, which
somebody. That made me, when somebody mentioned that, it made me actually, because whenever to like be completely honest, whenever I first saw like a bunch of these character designs, I was kind of like, like I wasn't totally feeling it, especially like hers. And whenever someone said that, I was like, oh, okay, I like it a lot better now that I think about that, because I don't know, I'm not as into the whole like, and also she looked kind of overdressed compared to everybody else. It was like I wasn't into the whole like. Almost like Victorian era looking like dress thing.
I'm into that, but
I see it more now.
I have a soft spot for Victorian stuff.
I like some, but like that particular one was like not really the kind, because I do like some of like the Victorian like dress stuff and all. But
we already know who's Kat's favorite, but so far, out of the characters that you guys saw, which character do you think you like the most, design wise or personality, whatever, that you saw in the trailer?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna need to look at the pictures again.
Yeah, where did we post that again?
The only one that really sticks out in my mind.
Second Milsha.
Thank you. I'm looking.
My original, the two that I was drawn to initially is the guy with like the white shirt and suspenders and all. Like he looked like
cool.
Yeah, like him and the summoner looking girl with the staff with the like.
Nice.
Yeah, like I liked those two design wise a lot at first. At first glance, and I think that they're still some of my favorites here.
For me, it's the silver-haired, blue-eyed elf chick. That's probably my favorite design so far.
Yeah,
she does have a really cool look.
Yeah, I'll admit she was a bit of my fave too, because I was like, she's cool and she has a cool personality and stuff, and I was like, yeah, okay, I think I'm gonna like her.
My second favorite's probably the summoner chick in the top left.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I'm also interested in the boy that was on Dragon. I'm curious about him too.
The dude in the one guy I mentioned with the suspenders and all, he kind of reminds me of a Bakano character.
True.
Maybe that might be why.
I see it.
That might be why I liked him partially. Also, just like he just seems like a cool guy from that little bit. Also, I want to I mean, I was talking about this a bit earlier, unfortunately, before we started really recording, but I didn't want to go too far with it. But my initial impressions of the trailer were greatly affected by how I was watching it in part, because I was watching it on a smaller tablet screen at work, and the quality of the stream wasn't the greatest. And at first, I could not tell that the sky was water. I couldn't tell that was a water texture, and I couldn't tell that was land wrapping. I thought it was a weird shaped mountain at first when I saw it, and I was like, okay, the world looks pretty, but my initial thoughts were but I mean, are we doing anything crazier with it or anything? And then when I realized that's what it was, I was like, oh no, that's actually a really freaking good idea. That's actually really cool. But yeah, say that.
So there is one more character in this cast, at least looking through the trailer. There's also somebody who seems to have a bow and they have blue hair.
Yeah. I think we see one like that briefly.
There's another character. I don't know if she'll be playable, but I think it's the one who has the white hair and the blue eyes, because she seems like she's got kind of a similar fighting style to Morag.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like that.
That'd be cool. I can't wait to see how the battle system is.
I'm gonna be real, I'm kind of not crazy about most of the character designs, at least at first glance. They kind of aren't doing that much for me. Mm-hmm. But I do suspect that there's more we can see with these guys, and I'm sure they're gonna get some cooler outfits later on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
I think you and I were kind of on the same page on that a little bit, where it was initially they looked a little some of them looked a little plain in some ways, but I think that they've been growing on me all throughout the day since I saw it.
I do wonder if we're gonna have outfits that will change through the game.
Yeah,
hopefully we do.
How they're gonna handle that this time?
Yeah, I don't know. I also don't know if this is like Xenoblade 3, where they had different outfits in the beginning.
Class outfits.
Then they got their class outfits.
Or is it going to be like
class.
Xenoblade?
Did you go to class?
Xenoblade 1 or X, where you can just have
fashion show.
Fashion show.
Mm-hmm. I hope eventually it'd be cool. I mean, especially if they're doing the static characters, where there's only a set amount you play as again, like that. Rather than as opposed to you collect all these tons of other characters that join you, kind of thing, like 2 did or something. I feel like there's more room for mix and match whenever they do it that way. I kind of prefer.
No, I do feel like the setup of this story feels like it could be a good setup, a bit like Xenoblade 3, to have extra characters join your cause, so to speak. So, like, I feel like it might happen, but at the same time, I have no idea at this point, since we don't have, like, any gameplay whatsoever. I'm like, I don't know where they're gonna go with that. Like, are they gonna go the class system again, or are they gonna go with, like, the usual main party?
Yeah, it's still early to tell, but we said 2027, so we'll see.
We'll probably see more trailers until then.
Yeah, that's kind of like how I am with a lot of this. Like, overall, I'm kind of just like, yep, it's another game. Like, there wasn't much they showed that, like, truly wowed me, but I'm also not mad at it either. If anything, I'm just curious to see what else is they're going to show, which they'll probably have another presentation for this game before it releases. So, I think a lot of what I have to say, I'm just kind of waiting for that.
I just hope their release is not going to be too early into 2027, so that, you know, we can all have time to save, because it's a lot of money.
Yeah,
we don't know how...
Sorry.
I was going to say, we don't know how much this game's going to cost yet. So, we don't know if it's going to be a $70 or an $80, but yeah.
Quite a few of us don't have a Switch 2 yet, so yeah.
I was about to make a Blue Sky post. Just like, I guess I'm gonna spend $500 to figure out who this man is.
Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man? Awesome.
Well, I mean, I would say that today's Direct made a very good case to get a Switch 2 for a lot of people who've been holding out. Not everybody, of course. You, Justin, I'm talking about you. But most people, I would say.
Yeah, it was like, I feel like the Direct overall was like maybe not, like there was definitely a lot of people that it feels like it maybe wasn't for, but it diversified a lot. The bigger thing is like how many ports were in it, and I feel like actually that was probably like a good thing for some people that were still on the fence, because like a lot of them looked really good, and like that's gonna sell for anyone who doesn't have like a Steam Deck. That's gonna sell it for people who want something like on the go to play games like that, especially.
But the thing is, a lot of those ports aren't exclusive to Switch 2, though.
No, they're not. But like, if they're not, like, if they don't have like something like that's on the go, or
like they don't already have one,
they don't already have like the other stuff at all. For instance, like I think it will sell to those people, especially. That's what I'm getting at. You know, like it's definitely filling in a lot of gaps with that in some ways.
All right.
We know plenty of people that would like double dip for something just to have like, oh, I want to play that new game that's on PS5, but I want to be able to play it on the go.
Oh, you know, shout out to B, who's probably going to have to buy another console for Xenoblade 2.
Yeah.
Oh man, that should have been something that they add in Xenoblade 2's Switch 2 version. More than one save file.
Gosh, and that game will definitely need to carry over to save, because I am not rolling for Cosmos again. I refuse. I have her; she's mine.
They really should just added a quality of life feature too for like the rolling, like the roll system or something.
That would be great.
Just like,
or like you know how Xenoblade 2 has
down, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, or like you know how Xenoblade 2 has like the challenge mode. Maybe a lot rare blades through that.
Ooh, that would be.
There you go.
I'd like that.
At least throw in a pity system.
Hire me, Monolith.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, any other last thoughts on any of the Xenoblade announcements at today's
we're at last thoughts are? Okay.
I'm going to give my last thoughts, and then I'm going to promptly dip because I just realized what time it is and I got to go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So, my last thoughts are, I'm very excited for it. I think the Switch 2 versions of 1, 2, and 3 are all phenomenal reasons to revisit these games. And I can't say that I'm going to jump on that right away. I still have quite a few games that I want to play, and I'm currently working my way through the Devil May Cry series for the first time. But when I do eventually go to revisit the trilogy, it will be really nice to have these like quality of life features and these new, just silly little fun things that they added into this game that they didn't have to add, but they did anyway, and it looks like it'll be fun. And as far as the new game goes, I'm very excited for that. I am mostly fascinated and entranced by the world. Monolith has this just magic when it comes to world design, and what they're doing here looks like something I would have never even dreamed of or thought of being possible in a video game, and yet here we are. Like, I would never have even thought of that, and there they are giving me something I didn't even know that I needed as far as like a fresh and new experience in an RPG. So I'm very excited for this. I'm optimistic for it, and yeah, solid direct. I'm very, very happy today. It was the first time in a long time where I can genuinely say W direct. All right, with that, I'm going to head out. You guys have a great night.
Thanks for joining.
Bye. Have a good night.
Cool. Kat, what were your thoughts?
Me?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. I had to do it. Okay, so I am not a Nintendo guy. Every Nintendo console that I've bought for Xenoblade, I've bought for Xenoblade, and with the Wii U especially. And I was convinced, like I'm older now. I'm a bit more wary of fandom now. Do I belong here anymore? And the answer is yes. Yes, I belong here. I will continue to do the thing, and I love you guys, and I can't wait to play
Love you too.
alongside y'all.
Awesome.
Glad to hear that.
Good. Okay, who wants to go next?
I guess I can go.
Okay.
I will say the game looks really, really pretty. Like, I was looking, well, as usual, like Monolith strength is like, the environments and stuff, but I was just looking at it and like, damn, it looks so damn pretty. But then like the characters also being cell shaded. Yes. But like they already kind of started doing that style previously, but like it's just like it feels like it's a notch higher, and I'm like, oh man, I love everything that I saw so far. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's just I don't know if I'll be able to play it at release depending on when it comes out. That's the only thing, but it's whatever. I'll just wait until I can get the system.
Gotcha. All right, Nick.
Oh, okay, so I was trying to figure out some things about this too, like as far as like my initial reaction as well, because if I'm to be completely honest, whenever I first saw this trailer, and I've already kind of said this, but I wasn't like I didn't think it was bad at all, but I was just like kind of upset with myself for not being really like, I guess I was thinking back to like the Xenoblade 3 trailer, which was like excellent, and like the music was just, and like the music in this one I think is just as good. It's just like different in a way that and maybe part of it was like the environment I was in at the time, to not picking up on a bunch of things whenever I was watching it initially, but I was just like, oh, I didn't really feel much watching this. And as I've like watched it more, and as I've noticed things and talked with you guys about it, I've felt better and better about it. And now I'm actually like really like way more intrigued. Like I'm because I'm picking up on these things, and I'm just wondering, like, did I have a bad experience the first time watching it, or was I just like, was it just, I don't know. It was like a perfect storm. It doesn't help that I am very much more of like a sci-fi kind of person in a lot of ways. So whenever I saw it was like going so strongly in like a more like fantasy, like old school fantasy, not necessarily medieval, like it's got a little bit of a mix of that and some other things in there, I was a little uncertain about all that. But I am happy to say that I don't have to be the downer today, because I am feeling a lot better at it. As I look at it more, I'm liking a lot more. I'm seeing a lot more things. I'm thinking about a lot more stuff that I have questions for that I'm excited about. I mean, like, my big takeaway at first, too, that I was like, well, what are things that I do really like about it? It was like, well, you know, like, I did feel the characters looked a little plain at first, but I was like, I do like the character designs, though, overall. There's some good stuff in there, and I looked at it as like, mainly, oh, well, the world is beautiful. The only thing that I was like, oh, well, where's the hook to the world was whenever I didn't notice the sky sea and the land was wrapping, and that wasn't just a weird shaped mountain. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm like genuinely excited for this. Also, I'm looking at the logo again now, and I really love how they did like it looks like Land of the Lustrous, like Zeki no Kuni, where it's like got the reflective stone that it's made out of and such, and you see like the little ether looking things flying off of it. I really like that. Also, really like that they finally dropped Chronicles.
Yeah,
I'm so glad we dropped Chronicles.
Please.
I was so sick. I think Chronicles was just like a really, I hate to say, like, it's stupid addendum. It was never needed, in my opinion. I don't think it was ever needed. So I'm so glad we dropped it. Yeah, I'm really excited for this game. I'm really happy about this game. I wasn't sure I would be, but it's like growing on me, and sometimes that's like the best thing. So I guess that's my main thoughts. I just wanted to get that part off my chest where I was like, I was a little disappointed. I was a little upset that I was disappointed when I first saw it, and now I'm not nearly as that. I'm not going to say that I'm as hyped as I was whenever I saw the trailers for 3, but I'm definitely more excited.
Yeah,
in
but
a lot
at the
of
same
ways.
time, like, it's like a very different vibe. Like, we're going to something new. Like, they're trying something more new than usual. Like, it's still Monolith. So I still trust that there are gonna be sci-fi shit popping out of nowhere at some point. Like, I fully expect it. Like, even in the Zeldas that they've helped, there was always some kind of sci-fi bullshit that happened at some point, you know? So I mean, like,
there are 6 suns, so there already is, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was also going to say, well, I mean, that was one of the things that did stick out to me at first, but I was also going to say, like, well, I was going to say something, and I kind of forgot it, to be honest. But maybe I'll remember in the future. It's fine. It's fine. I had a train of thought, and
it's gone.
Tangent just kind of, I was like,
it's okay.
Oh, that reminds me. Did your Xenoblade 1 Switch 2 update download?
No, it's not even halfway done.
Oh, okay, it's fine.
It's like a third of the way there.
No worries. I thought that just reminded me to.
No, you're good. It must be like, because I put it on the dock, and the dock actually has a wired connection, and it's still taking a good while. So I'm gonna say it's pretty big, probably, or my internet's just being bad.
It's about, I think that one was.
I think Justin said earlier.
20 gigabyte.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. That sounds about right. Yeah, it's cool. I hope they do something really cool with that whole whatever it is, cylindrical space or circular space. It kind of looks more circular to me. Like more spherical, I should say.
I was thinking it was like, it does look kind of spherical.
It looks a little more spherical than it does cylindrical to me. I hope they do something really cool with that. And the suns, I'm doing quotation marks. I don't believe. And yeah, I really want to see the battle system. That's another thing.
Yes.
The exploration looks great.
To see what they could with that. Yeah.
Also, the part where they're on the mounts gave me something that I really like in environmental design. It was just like a good like alpine area with like some snowy mountains and some like freaking like conifer type trees and stuff. That looked cool. I like those kind of environments. But yeah, it was probably a lot of it was probably just where's the tech? Where's the tech? And I was also kind of worried it would, which this is stupid of me to even like worry about, because it's almost definitely not that. I get a little bit put off by prequels sometimes because they're like, oh, well, we gotta fit this into the established lore of what comes after, and sometimes that's like limiting in a weird way. One, I don't think it's that, and two, I've seen where that worked. Like, there's some times that I've liked that. I get a little nervous about them sometimes. That was the thing that I'd forgotten. Now I'm done. Sorry, go on.
No, that's okay. Justin, did you have more thoughts, or?
Not a whole lot, really. I think most of my thoughts are going to come when I see more of this game in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not something that's had me like, oh man, I need a Switch right now. Switch 2 right now. It's more just like, all right, well, what else can you show me?
Gotcha.
Hand over your life savings.
So
yeah, right.
So I was kind of like you, Nick, and then when I first saw it, I kind of wasn't really. I mean, both you and Justin, I wasn't really too impressed. I had to really stew on it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't leave me with excitement or anything like that, I guess. But then I did watch the trailer a second time, and then just kind of seeing like other things, like translations and other things people pointed out, has gotten me more intrigued. I still don't think I'm as excited as I feel like I should be, but
yeah,
it has potential. I guess I'll put it that way.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, because like I just judging it from the first trailer. This isn't a game that I feel like I need to jump out and buy day one. And to be fair, I also didn't feel that way about Fire Emblem's Fortune's Weave. But after today's trailer, I said, dang, that looks really cool. I'd like to play that.
Yeah, the new Fire Emblem does look cool.
They actually gave us some food today in the Fire Emblem trailer, though, too.
Exactly.
Like, so here's what's going on,
I think that they will show me more, and maybe when they do show me more, I'll be more excited about it.
Yeah.
Same.
And also, just like, I mean, I think that an initial trailer making a good first impression is like a really great thing to do. But that, I mean, that's not always going to be like affect the outcome. Like, I don't think that I did really like Xenoblade 3. I don't know if I liked it as much as it felt like I was going to, as hype as I was off that initial trailer. It made an incredible impression.
I think that's
it was a really good first impression, but sometimes a grower, like a thing that is like you see it for the first time and it just grows on you, and you start like thinking about the other implications, and just like sometimes the game itself just comes out that much better anyway. You know, there's so many aspects of that. Just, you know,
so like with Xenoblade 3,
the best.
I feel like Xenoblade 3 was like the opposite, where the initial reveals of Xenoblade 3 had me really hyped. And like a lot of like the initial footage, I was like super excited about it. And then y'all know about the game, I was kind of let down by it. So, you know, this could be the opposite, where the first impression isn't doing much for me, and then the next trailer comes out, and it's like, oh dang, this game's actually looking kind of fire.
This one, they seem to be going a very different direction, and I feel like it's something a lot of you guys kind of wanted a little bit. Like a few of you guys are a bit tired, like the returning things that always come back. Like personally, I'm gonna die on that hill and always be excited by that. But I understand why people want something a bit more fresh, and that is something more fresh. It's like completely like opposite of what they do normally. So it's like, you know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they serve to us.
I completely fell for the freaking thing, the freaking like meme of like, oh, I want something different next time. Not like this though. But like now, I think this will be really cool.
Well,
I
think it's just we all want our very high sci-fi and mechas and shit like that. It's just we're really like big fans of that. So seeing something that fantasy is just like, whoa, that's a big change. But
I don't hate fantasy either.
Knowing Monolith, I know it's gonna happen anyways. We just have to wait.
Yeah. I don't dislike fantasy at all. It's like whenever I saw that, I was like, "This isn't really what I come to Xenoblade for." Was my initial thought there?
I
Like
that
that's kind of the thing.
It's like we all had a bit of that reaction at first of like, this doesn't feel like the style and everything that's going on the screen right now doesn't feel Xenoblade, but also like you can tell that the environment kind of is, but the rest you're like, okay, I'm not sure.
Like
like
the potential is there. I'm starting to see the vision for sure.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess we'll just have to wait and see for more news.
Exactly.
Shout out to Luxker, who just posted a video with his reactions to Xenoblade Genesis.
Nice.
All right, well...
Can't wait till Sonic the Hedgehog shows up in it. Anyway.
All right, well, thank you very much, everybody, for discussing this. We'll definitely, the next time there's a trailer or anything, we will be on it.
Don't worry. We'll press the red button, the red meeting button again.
Call a meeting, yeah. All right, well, thank you very much, everyone, for listening as well, and you all have a good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.